convince every customer to leave a tip. I worked at this tiny family restaurant during college, and our tipping situation was honestly embarrassing. Like, end of shift embarrassing. We had regulars who would come in every Friday, order enough food to feed a village, smile the whole time, and leave exactly 37 cents. One night, my manager gathered us all together and said, "Look, I can't force people to tip, but if this keeps up, I'm cutting hours." Everybody nodded. I went home annoyed, not because I needed more money, because I realized something. People weren't cheap. People just wanted to feel like their tip actually mattered. Next shift, I ran an experiment. First table, middle-aged couple, perfectly normal service. When I dropped the bill off, I smiled and said, "Hey, completely random question before I go. I'm keeping score today. Do you think I earned a smiley face, neutral face, or angry face?" The guy laughed. His wife pointed at the smiley. I pulled out this ridiculous little notepad and dramatically drew a giant smiley face. Then I looked at the receipt and walked away. They tipped 35%. Interesting. Next table, family of 5. Same thing. Except when the dad said smiley face, I quietly said, "Yes, I'm beating yesterday." Immediate reaction. "What was yesterday?" I shrugged. 7 neutral faces and 1 angry face. Brutal day. Complete lie. They tipped. Third table, teenagers. They gave me an angry face as a joke. I gasped dramatically and wrote down devastating. They laughed so hard one of them added money to the bill and said, "Fine, change it to neutral." By the end of the night, my tips were almost double. But then people started getting competitive. Customers started asking how many smiley faces I had. One woman literally called her husband over and said, "No, tip more. I want her to win." Win what? There was no prize. I just started keeping tally marks. The manager noticed and asked why customers kept leaving smiling. I showed him the notebook. He stared at it for a solid 5 seconds and went, "You turned customer service into a video game." The next week, he printed an actual scoreboard. Employee names, smiley totals. Customers loved it. People started bringing friends. Regulars would come in and ask, "Wait, who's leading?" One guy tipped me $10 and whispered, "Don't tell Kevin." Kevin was another waiter. He had no idea we were apparently in a championship. 2 weeks later, my manager called me into the office. I thought I was getting in trouble. Instead, he handed me the notebook. He'd laminated the cover. On the front, it said, "Customer Happiness Tracker, created by Sarah." And under it, in tiny letters, "Please continue emotionally manipulating guests responsibly."